Alright, to go further with the movie eXistenZ, I want to talk about the whole psychosis part of it. I think I can't imagine. It's like because then what can happen when you get into that game, when you port into a pod and you get into eXistenZ, you can go inside the game and go and get into further pods. You know, just playing. When you go into the game eXistenZ, you can port into further pods and go into further displaced psychosis worlds. You can keep doing this, because when Allegra and Ted, when they go into eXistenZ, when she goes in there with him for the first time, they get this micro pod which basically goes inside their spine and takes them into this whole different world. And I'm going to spoil this for you, but at the end, what happens is they come back through eXistenZ and through, because they were in a whole other game the whole time. So they come back through to the very basis of reality, which is just where the game is called Transcendence. But and then the whole assassination thing happens again, which makes it seem like there are continuums, raising and lowering continuums of psychosis realities. And this is just a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of crazy, because I can't imagine, because I feel like that, I can't imagine how this could ever happen in real life. Because I think that the human body has a certain kind of form of consciousness. It has a certain kind of form of mentality or mental being. We're trapped in this body until this body dies, and then the soul is transported into some other world. And not by porting into a game like eXistenZ or Transcendence, but I can't imagine how this can. I guess I've never experienced any psychosis thing before, and I guess I would like to at some point, but. And even during the game, Ted pauses eXistenZ and goes back to his real reality because he feels so distant. And it's just kind of. I find it difficult to grasp. I find it difficult to grasp how the consciousness would handle such a thing, such continuums of raising and lowering realities, of psychosis realities, a multiverse, you could say, of possibilities. You're actually porting into these possibilities with these game pods. But that's a totally crazy thing. Psychosis is something I have difficulty understanding because I've never experienced it. I can understand if you have some kind of mental illness where you're going to be a little bit displaced from what real reality is. You're going to have certain emotions that are uncalled for or something like that. If you have a mental illness, and you might, if you're schizo, you're going to see things that aren't real. But anyway, I think it's difficult for me to understand psychosis, but I would like to. I think it's good to think about, though, and I think you should see this movie eXistenZ, because it gives you a pretty good feeling of what psychosis might actually be like. But yeah, I'm gonna go in another video and talk about lack of existential crisis in such a multiverse of continuums of psychoses.